I Don't Get It
Podcast.
Welcome to the I Don't Get It podcast.
I Don't Get It podcast. What's up, guys?
We've been doing it.
We've been doing it. We've been living. Let the kid live. I don't know what I'm saying,
guys. Is that from something?
I don't know.
Let
It definitely is.
Is from something.
It definitely
don't know
is.
what it is.
I always say it when like people around me are berating someone I'm around. And I'm like, let the kid live.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I also like quoting Curb Your Enthusiasm. When Larry, is it Larry that says it or Leon? Oh, yeah. Larry says to Leon, can a motherfucker live a life?
That's
and
basically
Leon
the
goes,
same thing, yeah.
Yeah, and Leon goes, sometimes no.
Sometimes no.
So
that is a very important statement because sometimes no. You must be roasted. You must be put in place.
Oh, my God. Have you guys roasted anyone recently?
Have I ever roasted anyone in my entire life?
Yeah, Ashley, you roast us all the time.
Okay, but I never, do I really? No, I don't.
You have your own way of roasting. Everyone has their own way of roasting.
Yeah. But I
definitely roast.
I only will do it to, I don't know.
Me and Jared.
People you love. Lauren's the queen of roasting.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely roasted some people recently. 100% Hunter every day.
Well, speaking of that, so Hunter kind of forgot Lauren's birthday for a split second this week, which makes, but that leads me to a question. Lauren, did Dad forget your birthday?
I don't remember. See, I don't count who said happy birthday.
You don't remember? Dad said...
I call bullshit.
No. Lauren literally does not give a fuck.
I really do not.
I don't believe that.
She doesn't.
No, I really have... I could literally not tell you who has said happy birthday and who hasn't said happy birthday.
But you don't. You're not like...
She's definitely not like you.
If you didn't text me, I probably wouldn't have realized. But I appreciate you texting me.
Really?
Yeah.
I also, I'm a little bit in between you guys, whereas, I'm not a big to do for my birthday, whatever, let's go to dinner, it's not a big deal. But I definitely want to see at the end of the day who forgot it. I'll keep a mental count. I'll keep a mental list throughout the day. Have they done it? Have they done it? Have they done it? And then there's, of course, and then you get random ass people on your birthday that come out of the woodwork and they say happy birthday, which is super sweet.
No, the randoms to me are deflating.
Why?
Because as a single woman, you just want that one happy birthday.
Yeah.
And then you get a happy birthday from James, who you went to you were in sixth grade with, and you're like, why does James care about my birthday?
I know.
And this person doesn't care.
I know. And do you say thank you to everyone? I think we've already talked about this. The blanket, thank you for all the birthday wishes.
Well,
I respond to everyone.
Talk about that. When do you respond? Because Naz, Mora's birthday was this week, and she didn't respond to me and Lauren. And I was like, did you text Mora?
Wait, that's kind of weird.
And she was like, yeah, but she didn't respond. I was like, she didn't respond to me either. And then she responded to me on Instagram later in the day and goes, I'm responding to all birthday texts tomorrow. So she decided.
Yeah. I love
she
that.
decided to not have to bother with the responses that day, which I think is very respectable.
That's what I would normally do, unless it's a mom of a friend or my aunt or something, and they're gonna be offended. They're not gonna understand the waiting. I'll be like, oh, thank you.
I'm a major proponent of. I don't know if that made sense, but I'm a major believer in whenever the fuck you want.
Yeah,
there's no right or wrong.
Right.
You don't owe anybody anything.
I agree. Yeah, I'm all I'm not working unless I'm in my place of work. I'm in New York right now, and I'm not responding to hair DMs until I get home tomorrow because this is my time, and you guys can wait.
Yeah, boundaries.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to talk about.
Whether Dad ever said happy birthday to you. Because Lauren,
I don't know.
in the group message, in our family group message, he said
happy birthday
on the 15th. On the 15th.
Yeah.
Her birthday's on the 14th. And I was like, that has to be what? Dad, what?
Parents are so, yeah. I was going to say, I wanted to talk about what we both got Lauren for her birthday.
Money?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah, it's all she wanted.
I'm like, I just sent Lauren a Venmo. I didn't know what to get Lauren, and I was like,
much prefers that. First off, she definitely does not want. She does not expect any gifts from friends.
All I want to do is like go thrifting and buy whatever I want.
Lauren, was Naz the only friend that got you something?
Yes. Well, Lizzie got me hot dogs per usual.
Lauren, that
she always gets you hot dogs.
$2. It's because Arnie Grape, from What's Eating Gilbert Grape, he wanted hot dogs on his birthday.
I love that. That's really cute.
That is really
cute. I don't think Dad said happy birthday.
Actually, Lauren,
Mom,
are you kidding?
Mom,
should we call your dad now
call him Dad.
and roast him?
Yes, let's roast him.
Actually, you gotta call.
Okay.
You gotta call.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, actually don't tell him that he's on.
Oh yeah, I know.
And don't tell him that I asked. Just say, did you ever say happy birthday to Lauren?
No, it's not. It's funny. He doesn't care. Mean. He's just Dad.
Not that it fucking matters.
I'm laughing so hard already. Dads are so funny.
Hello, you're not in the operating room, are you?
No.
Okay, just a question. Did you forget Lauren's birthday?
No.
Nope. You didn't text her. You texted happy birthday on the 15th.
No, I texted her happy birthday the morning of her birthday.
And then why'd you say happy birthday again? Was that because of Lucy's birthday?
No, I just said it again.
Just happy birthday because it was Lucy's birthday too? And there was a Lucy?
Just said it again.
No.
Why would you say happy birthday again on the 15th?
I was just reaching out to her while she was in New York. That's all. I
didn't get a text. I didn't get one.
Dad, I don't know why I just called you Jared. Lauren just looked at her text messages and she says you did not text her on the morning of her birthday.
I did.
No. What about the family group message?
It was in the group message.
No, it wasn't. That Mom sent something in the group message.
Well, I sent something. Whether it went through or not, I don't know. I was well aware of it when I woke up and what I was doing.
All right, fine. What are you doing?
Mom's saying that she saw that I did too.
Are you off this week?
No, I'm on call tonight.
Oh, okay.
He did. He did.
That's
he did in the group message.
Like,
okay, she found it.
We fucked up.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
That's funny. That's funny. It was in the group thread.
You know what I was going to say, though, is it brings up a fantastic topic of conversation about fathers getting caught in a lie and unrelentlessly bowing down. Where my father...
Not bowing down.
Yeah. Thank you, Lauren. My parents, when I was on Emmys, they're like, oh, you killed it. And I think you guys know I'm always like, all my friends' white parents love watching me on TV. And my parents, like, rarely, I feel like.
Do you think they
really
get nervous to watch it?
I think they just grew up differently.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like when you're first generation, like your parents, they didn't grow up in America. You know what I mean? So it's like what we sort of idolize and think is like really cool, just kind of sometimes isn't. Anyway, so my dad's like, you killed it or you did so good. And I was like, oh, which one did you watch? And he was like trying to tell me which one he watched. And I was like, oh, who was I hosting with? And I would ask him, like, because I wore two dresses. I wore a white dress and a red dress. And he said that I was wearing the one in the red dress. And I was like, oh, who was I hosting with? And he was like, with Karamo and Xana. And I was like, oh, well, I was in a white dress when I hosted them.
Well,
so
maybe
like,
he doesn't know the names, the co-hosts.
No. I was like, Dad, you didn't watch. Just say you didn't watch.
Oh, no. He was looking at the cliff notes.
I don't know. I'm like, just fucking say, like, stop lying.
Okay.
It's like they don't want to let you
on
down.
The red dress one, the night portion.
The red dress one. It's like they don't want to let you down.
I was asleep by the red portion.
All right, good. There's going to be a pop quiz later. I'm just kidding. I don't give a fuck if anyone watches me. It's just like, I know, it's like, it would be so nice, if my parents would sit down. And it was just so funny to me, though. I was like, Dad, stop. Like, you didn't watch.
That is very... whenever I get so nervous for other people watching them like live and stuff. Like sometimes I don't want to watch because I'm nervous for you guys.
I wouldn't watch. I'd be nervous for me too.
Yeah,
I'm already really
exactly.
nervous.
No, I'm just thrilled and impressed. Like, holy shit, you are so talented. You're so good at it. You know how you study like crazy? It's just, you have a fun fact on everyone, and
that's
you truly make it
yeah.
interesting. Whereas like everybody, I'm not talking about like your panel, but like I feel like you're like the only host that I've ever seen like always have like fun facts.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, that is so true.
I
work really hard. Yeah, I feel like it's hard because I'm trying to also balance just being me, like how I would be on this podcast, you know? But I'm also like, I don't know. I feel like I've watched so many shows and I love watching TV and movies that I have always at home before being on TV wanted to know behind the scenes stuff, you know,
100%.
Because I'm like, that's interesting. Aside from someone being like, oh, they look so great. I was just always like, yeah, well, I already know that.
I know. It's like, I'm looking at them. I can see what they look like. I want to know.
Why did I tune in? And my whole goal is always like, what can I share that someone can learn and then go share at a party and be like, oh, did you know that they like lost 59 pounds for that role? You know what I mean? Or something like that.
I'm thinking of Karamo sitting next to you, and that made me think that Jonathan, Vanessa, and Anthony came out that they're dating.
They're not, Lauren. It's a joke. Lauren,
what?
Is it a joke?
First off, Jonathan is married.
Yeah,
he's been married for like
I'm going to text Karamo right now.
Okay, well then
Lauren, it was a joke. And then the next day, Jonathan posted, he goes, we're partners in business.
Okay, well, I'm so sorry I fell for a joke that said, we're finally together. And then I read an article that was written, I guess, before they came out. They were like, after years of flirting, so-and-so came out.
Oh my God, no.
Wait, what? Who wrote that article?
A fucking dummy, probably.
Yeah, or maybe like The Onion. Isn't The Onion supposed to be like fake news?
Oh, well, I'm not a good reader.
There's so much relationship news flying around. Like,
Tom, we got to talk about Tom and Giselle. I have a whole Tom and Giselle thing. That's the only bullet point I have for this week.
I was literally going to just bring that up because they're living separately now, according to multiple reports.
Us Weekly exclusively broke that. Now, listen.
What do we
We're
think?
not okay.
What do you think?
We're all not okay. I look at like how E and like all of them post like pictures with, you know, the information underneath it. And then I look at the comments from all the people and people are like, we literally don't care. We literally don't care. Like everybody always says like no matter what the news is, it's literally don't care.
And you're like, I care. Raise hand emoji. You're like, me. Here I am. I'm invested. This was for me.
It's like, this is not for you then. Keep scrolling. If it's not for you, then just keep scrolling. I don't give a fuck what you care, if you care or not.
I don't give a fuck about Brittany Snow and her husband breaking up. Like, I don't know who.
What? That to me was such a big deal.
First off, Brittany Snow was the last thing she was in was like what the singing movies. Like that's her last.
Pitch Perfect.
I don't like Pitch Perfect.
It's not about that. It's about the. Let's talk about that after. Okay. I have to compartmentalize.
Okay. So I guess I'm that person that's like, why is Brittany Snow making news about her divorce? It doesn't make any sense to me. But then
because selling the OC and selling the OC,
huge. I don't know the selling of the OC, but I figured out that her husband was also a celebrity recently. So okay, but yeah, Giselle and Tom. I'm like, hi, what's up? It's me. I care a lot.
Tell me your thoughts on Giselle and Tom.
So Tom and Giselle, as everybody knows, they're not okay. A lot of the speculation is the fact that she's just like still mad at him for not staying retired over the winter. But my question is this: why now? Like, because the season's starting and you're like, oh man, my husband's never around. That's when you're going to get annoyed. You've known that he was going to play this season for the past 6 months. So why now is she getting annoyed at it? And Jared and I can go off.
Maybe it's just coming out now. Maybe she's probably been annoyed this whole time.
It was probably
I'm shocked.
I'm sorry, wait.
I am shocked and appalled at your stance on this.
I'm totally opposite of you.
Yeah,
actually.
like how you are Jared brainwashed right now. You have a child at home.
You are Jared.
You are Jared brainwashed. How are you not? How are you not in Giselle's head? And like, what the fuck? You've spent your whole life playing football.
45.
When you're going to be a father?
45 for a very long time. So let him play through his 45th year, and then when he's done in February, hopefully February, knock on lots of wood, he will be done. And listen, don't get me started.
Lauren,
you're right that maybe that there was tension, and then this 11-day break from training camp was really like it coming out because it was like used to have some sort of togetherness or like to try to like mend something, whatever. They're living in separate homes. It's not as if they don't have like separate houses, you know, whatnot. Here's the deal. This is what Jared and my perspective is. He has a job. He's 45 and retiring. That's pretty awesome. At 45, you're retiring. Most of us have to deal with a husband who's not retiring until his 60s, upper 60s if they're lucky. And then you have a husband that gets like 5 months off every year. You get 5, like, yes, is he working out every day? Yes. Is he doing some stuff for the team? Yeah. But for the most part, he has the coolest job for a relationship because he gets so much time off. And then during the season, is he working almost every day? Yeah. But also he comes home at night. You guys have so much help. Like even Tom admitted that they have like the nannies and the cooks and the cleaners and all that.
Yes, many valid points.
He comes home at the end of the night, okay? He's a 45-year-old who's about to retire. And most of us have to deal with, one, not having cooks and cleaners and nannies, and then our husband having to work until his upper 60s. So if your husband wants one goddamn season, let him have it!
It's like Jared just like spoke through Ashley. It's so funny. Wait, funny. Lauren, I want to hear all your thoughts.
Okay, well, you made very valid points. I think you made very good points, and I am leaning towards your side now. But my thing is that I just assume that like behind closed doors, he's like, I bet he's a grumpy little shit
when he loses.
When he loses, and I bet he said something like, "If I don't win the Super Bowl, I'm fucking going again."
No way.
Yeah, maybe something like that. And then she's like, I need you to be done. And then maybe he's like, we'll see, you know? And it's like a big we'll see.
It was 45 for the longest time. And then when he announced a retirement over the winter, we were like, what the hell? I thought we had one more year. And then he like gave himself the one more year.
Yeah. I think we don't know like what happened behind closed doors.
I'm sure
I think you also made valid points. But it seems as though I just see a woman who has boundaries and it seems like they made a pact and he broke it. And that's extremely hurtful. And she has been on the sidelines forever. And she's also number one in top of like her industry. And she was probably told that was it. And then he went back and she's like, and in her position, I would imagine she would be like, how do we know that this is actually the last year? You know what I mean? There's a possibility that maybe he wants to just continue to play. And maybe she's just like, is this actually the last year?
He's not going to play because he definitely doesn't want to go out where he's not the best at the top of his game. So he doesn't want to go out where it's an embarrassment.
But what if that what if that's like 3-5 years from now? I think she's kind of just like over it, you know?
I'm sure. I understand there was probably a pact. Tom has like made it clear, which is sad. This is sad, but like I understand, but he said it, and Giselle accepted it. That basically like he was going to put football before her for a while. It's like,
yeah, I think as an individual, like, excuse me, you have to be completely fulfilled in your own life. And I don't think you should be in a relationship that's going to keep you from following your dreams and doing what you want to do. So it's not like I think Tom's wrong for wanting to like pursue this dream. He's the greatest of all time. Like none of that's wrong. I just think like if that's not correct for her and she was told something differently and she's scared where she's like, well, when is this ever going to end? Like I totally see her side more in that. Like, does that make sense? Like I am completely understanding of her frustration is what I mean.
There isn't like an actual timeline and he legitimately was like, actually, I'm going to unretire and I have no idea when I'll actually retire.
Then that's
literally what we're living in because no one can predict the future. The only thing we know is uncertainty. And Tom could win and be like, I'm doing it again. And that's probably what she's been living. Yeah. And she's like, I'm sick of this. And who can blame her? You know?
Sure. I guess I'm looking at it from the perspective of like when he unretired, he was like, just give me one more year.
Yeah, but maybe he's been saying that for a long time, Ashley.
Before you book any brunch, you pour over lists and lists of reviews, right? I just did the same thing for hotels a couple days ago. So why don't we do the same when we're booking a doctor's appointment? Isn't that just silly? Well, with ZocDoc, or maybe you do, but like maybe it's not all condensed, right? With ZocDoc, you can see real verified patient reviews to help you find the right doctor in your network. And after you find the right doctor, you can usually with ZocDoc book them right there on the app. It's so convenient because you don't have to call and schedule, and you can make sure before you call that the doctor is in your neighborhood and in your network.
And that like takes your insurance. Well, I guess that's what you mean by saying in your network, but I can't think of a better thing that like if there's anything you need to vet in your life, it's a doctor, right? Like someone that's going to be telling you what to put in your body, what's wrong with you. I've been to so many different doctor's appointments where I'm like, we just didn't click, you know? And I felt like they weren't like listening to what I was dealing with. And so I think it's really, really important, and it saves a lot of time, and it's extremely convenient to just be able to open your phone, use an app, read what other people are saying about a doctor, kind of decide intuitively who is for you and who's available. It's like literally makes it so easy. It's all in one place.
You don't have to go back and forth with someone on the phone.
Right.
So if you guys want the ease of online booking, which we all do, go to ZocDoc.com/getit and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then start your search for a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/getit, ZocDoc.com/getit.
And ZocDoc is a free app that shows you doctors who are patient reviewed. They take your insurance and are available when you need them.
We have to talk about the look now. That's a whole other conversation is the look. Lauren, you weren't with us? You've noticed this on your own?
I've seen TikToks about how thin he looks and how tired he looks. He looks like he hasn't eaten for 2 weeks, basically.
Yeah, he looks like a depressed man.
Wait, where was the where was he
or
last
it looks like
photographed?
he had plastic surgery. So if you want to, Naz, you should look at this up before we talk about it.
Where is it?
I have a theory.
Look this up.
Okay, so look it up. And you just say Tom Brady, like August 2022.
Just do thin Tom Brady 22 interview.
But how do we know that this was recent?
We know. It was a press
how do we
conference.
know? We like
Oh,
track
okay.
his every
Sorry,
move.
I thought this was just.
There was a really bad looking press conference like at the last week of August, and then he has since looked still very gaunt.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody has the pictures now, and Naz just said something that is not true. She said he's just getting old, and it's not. He looks so. He's not.
True.
He's so.
He is Benjamin Button. He will never get
skinny.
old.
You can go back a couple months, and you can see that like this is not age. This is something that's happening with him. He looks just like he hasn't been eating. But the weird thing is, if Tom truly is football over Giselle, you'd think that he'd be eating and keeping up his nutrition. So, like, that wouldn't be
with a broken heart, you simply cannot.
Wow. So is that the theory, Ashley, that he's like sad, so he hasn't been
I
keeping
have
up with
to
his
say
normal
that's
health
probably
regimen?
my top theory, because just like looking at his shoulders, his neck, like it just looks like he looks skinny, like he looks frail and weak. But then when you, but then there's also like I have another theory just based on like looking at him in those press conference pictures. And if you guys really want to follow along, it's a press conference in which he's wearing this sweatshirt that says "Forever." Okay. I know I'm going on and on and on about this, but I do have just want to say, in your guys' also cosmetic procedure expertise, my theory is that he got like jaw Botox and it's making his jaw look more narrow because it's square. He's such a square jawed, like manly man. But this makes it look like it's more narrow. And then I also feel like he got some filler in his cheekbones, which is adding to the effect of the narrow jaw, because it's like wide
I'm on
here.
that theory more. Okay. I feel like when you get work done, that's when it really changes your face and people are like, whoa, you know.
Well, we'll see if he regains his normal face shortly, and then we'll see.
And we'll see how he plays with Trouble in Paradise.
Yeah.
I feel like was one thing Tiger Woods is really good at, who's also obviously, was at the top of his game in his sport, is blocking out what's happening at home and emotionally. I think a lot of athletes have to do this.
Yeah.
It's something that's hard for me to do, like at work, You
need to be severed.
Yes, that's why Severance was so fascinating and so meta to me. I love that show. But I wonder how Tom's going to play when everything in the house isn't sort of like rainbowy and
Isn't
golden,
so
you know?
kissing on the lippies, yeah.
Yeah, because so much a part of his support, I feel like, was that strong
Totally.
family
For
unit.
sure. At the end,
And her being there at the games.
yeah,
And, you know.
his end of game press conference. He or not press conference. Like he usually like gets a reporter on the sidelines at the end, and then he goes, "I just want to say hi and I love you too, my wife, my kids, and my mom and dad." And he didn't say that this week, and it was so glaringly obvious. It was almost like he habitually is like ready to like always say that, where it's like he was walking away and like almost paused for a second and like thought like, "Oh, we're not doing that today." Isn't that crazy?
I am really, that sucks.
So
I am really
sad.
torn because you should want your partner to like fulfill their dream. You know what I mean? Like I see Tom's side of it too, but I also like if it's not working for Giselle, like she should go find someone else.
I also
you
just
know?
need to say one more time, like it's just like 5 months. It's just like a season. So if like you're gonna like create this because of like a couple months, it's like,
Excuse me, are we even like addressing that it could be something else other than him playing a sport?
yeah, no. I mean, that's
wow.
probably what it is. It's probably something in addition to it, but
But it could be something else.
I don't think that it's going to break them. Like, I actually think that this is one of the celebrity couples where there's like a lot of smoke and then there's therefore fire. I think there really is fire. Right. He's basically almost admitted to it in so little words that he's like dealing with things at home. Like he said that in a press conference. But I think they're actually going to work it through. Like they are both like at such like a elite level on both of their professions that I think that like the two of them are like, we are like such strong people, like we win and we're gonna come out of this as winners because we're not give up, because we do not give up on anything.
Love it. Yeah. Let's move on because I think some people aren't as invested in a Tom Brady, and there's so many. I mean, there's Leonardo and Gigi. There's the Harry Styles,
Harry
Olivia
spitting.
Wilde, Florence of it all. Like there's so much we haven't really discussed.
Okay, let's do it.
Well, how do we feel about Leo and Gigi?
I can't believe
I like it. I like it.
I
Okay,
think
the first thing I was wondering is who reached out to who.
Leo.
That's what
Leo reached
I
out.
always want to know that. I don't know. Gigi could have literally been like, "Oh, they broke
Apparently
up."
they're not like
Here's my
not.
chance.
She's like not sold on him. Yeah, like she's.
I'm sure Gigi's so cool. She's probably not sold on this geezer at this point.
She's also a
Geezer,
mother.
That's why.
Yeah. Also, there's not a lot of separation between Camilla, or whatever.
Yeah, Camila.
Camila.
She's stunning, by the
And
way.
Gigi, because like Hailey Bieber is her best friend, and
Is whose best friend?
Camila.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So like they're all kind of combined.
Somebody said
They're all
that
in the
that's
same
like there's
circle.
something about Kendall's friendship with the Hadids is like on the rocks, because remember how Kendall wouldn't be I don't know. Never mind.
I bet that a lot of people will be upset.
There's something in there not being supportive because so and so did Leo and la 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 la. Like
Yeah.
Wait,
so maybe
what?
I
that's
don't
what
know.
it
There's
is.
like a
Wait,
big
what?
tie in like the model world, you know, because now he's like double dated. All these models are all like 1 degree of separation, and like friendships are on the line.
It is all 1 degree of separation for sure.
It must be really hard to be them.
And didn't he date Blake Lively for 2
Yeah,
weeks?
there was
2
that.
weeks or
Somebody brought
something?
that up in the comments that I
Leonardo
was reading.
did?
Yeah.
This is 12
So
years
when was
ago.
this?
12 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know.
So, and
obviously.
Yeah, but Leo's dated so many people.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, okay. So
Yeah.
Gigi is actually like the oldest Leo's dated in a very long time.
And she's a mom.
And
How
she's
old
a
is she?
She's
mom.
like really
it's also
different.
the first mom he's ever dated.
How old is she?
27.
Wow.
Oh, this is purely for PR because someone said, "Oh, who's the hottest model?" Well, to some people, hottest quote, whatever.
Oh, this is a good theory.
And she's 27, so we got to break the 25 barrier.
Yeah.
So they probably were set up like, all right, 27's doable. We need you to
Let's
date a
hang
27
out during New York
Let's
Fashion
hang out.
Week.
Yeah.
Wow, Lauren, I buy this.
Lauren,
I buy
thank
this.
you.
Lauren, Lizzie, if she were in the house, she
Yeah.
would tell you right now
Oh,
that
yeah.
she doesn't even, she's a publicist and she doesn't believe in PR relationships. She says there's no such thing.
I don't believe her.
What? I don't believe that for a second.
She says that PR relationships are only when there's rumors, but there's not actually photos of them together. And this week we actually got photos of the two of them together.
Oh, okay. Well, that's something to take note of.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We'll see if they hang out.
But I think
again,
I think they're kind of cute and cool. But we've talked about this before. If Leo,
Do we think Leo's going to get married?
no, I don't think so. If Leo wasn't
No?
Leo, would he even be hot these days? Like, and you know, I'm not sure.
Yes, we already had this conversation.
Whoa, I'm shocked to hear that come out of your mouth.
No, we talked, and this is Naz's memory not being jogged.
Naz's memory, because Naz said she would not, right?
I don't remember. We talked about how we were in the grocery store. We saw Leo.
The grocery
when we
store,
like
he
looked
looked
twice.
up.
If he looked up at you with the eyes,
Oh yeah,
and
you
the
guys
aura.
said no, and I was shocked. I would.
Right. Okay, that's what it
I
is.
just
Yes,
can't imagine
yeah.
Gigi being like, "Yeah, I want to have sex with this guy," like because he's just like
She doesn't want
40.
him.
What is he? 48. How old is Leo?
This is so, that's the name of the episode.
How old is Leo?
Just said. Oh my god. Well, I mean, like when he's 47, when he's not puffy,
47.
when he's not puffy and he's tan and stuff, like I'd be like, heck yeah! Like right here, I'll show you this picture.
Yeah, but here's my thing as somebody who's like covered film for a little bit now. Wow, Brad is so much older than
Oh,
Leo.
yeah.
How old is
He's
he?
so much hotter.
He's, like,
58.
yeah.
Wow, yeah,
God,
he's so
Brad's
stunning.
he's another he's another.
Well, I
breed
actually
of
like if
human.
we are going to take them both of their oh god, taking Brad and Leo both of their primes. I would pick.
can't
See,
do
I
it.
can't. I'm gonna pick Leo. A lot of it has to do with nostalgia. I mean, I named my son.
I would pick
after,
Brad, obviously.
but like Legends of the Fall, Brad Pitt versus Titanic, Leo.
I would say Romeo and Juliet
Okay,
is,
so
is
fine.
his prime.
Okay, that's
for
your
me.
prime for Leo. Okay, so Romeo and Juliet or Legends of the Fall, Leo. I mean,
Brad.
Legends of the Fall, Brad.
I'm going Brad
Um,
for sure.
Everybody go
I'm
look at
trying-
Legends of the Fall. Oh god.
I'm imagining. Honestly, I'd take Brad Pitt during that fucking interview where they were all reading the scripts because
Yeah, he was really sexy
looked
there.
So cute.
Yeah.
He's
Um,
just the sexiest.
Okay, well, I mean, it's really
I was just
cool.
gonna say,
I'm
I pick
picking Leo because I'm picking
I pick Leo
but
so he could fuck up my entire world.
Okay.
basically.
How that you
I'm
guys are
sending you
hilarious.
this picture, Naz, just so like have you ever seen Legends of the Fall?
Yes, we've talked about this on the podcast.
okay.
So that's your Ashley Lauren memory right
This is
there.
my memory. I'm sorry. We're on episode 400 and something. 300.
Wait, what episode?
No.
We're getting close to
We're getting
300.
close to 300, yeah.
Yeah, well,
That's
yep,
wild. Go us. So proud
Anyway,
of us.
you guys, let us know
And
in
here
the-
we are just talking about Brad and Leo.
Again, you guys
should probably switch it up, guys. We should probably switch it up.
please come up with a thread in the message board group, like you guys on Facebook. Tell us whether you pick Leo or Brad in their primes.
If you even made it past to this part of the episode
After
because
Tom
you already
and
tuned
Giselle.
out because of Tom fucking
I'm
Brady.
sorry, God, I'm hoying myself. I hate.
Naz,
What,
I want to
Lauren?
know if there's any guys that like took your breath away at the Emmys.
Oh, that's a good
Guys,
Like
question.
current people
don't
that were
take
not
breath away
recycling
anymore.
really.
No, I feel like Emmys.
There's not like not actors.
Yeah, there
not, like-
aren't TV. There's people who I think are like really cool who I'd want to talk to more. Like I interviewed Jeremy Strong from Succession. I love him.
Okay.
And Nicholas Braun, who plays Cousin Greg, is so cool and he's like so tall.
I've never
But I
seen
don't think there
Succession,
was
so it's
anyone
so
where I was like,
confusing for me.
Succession is so fucking good.
It
I can't
just-
believe you don't watch it.
I feel like it's
I can't
so
believe
stressful.
you don't watch it. It's literally the greatest show on television.
Obviously, Jesus Christ,
Jesus
they
Christ.
win everything.
I can't think of anyone right now. Oh, well, there were so many like Sebastian Stan, I think is real.
Yeah.
Real. He's so swoon worthy. I
is
interviewed him
great.
Saturday. He smells so good.
You know why he's so
He-
sexy? Because he has so many wrinkles on his face and is so hot.
Is that why?
Crow's feet everywhere.
He's also just very kind and a really good actor.
yeah, that's also
And
true.
yeah, Ashley, do you like Sebastian Stan? I feel
Yeah,
like
I get it.
he's totally crush worthy.
I totally get it. But like also if we're comparing him to like the crushes that we had available to us in our teens and 20s, it's just not the same.
Well, I think for people now, it's Harry.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know?
but Harry's the only option.
Harry is bald, guys. Harry is
Wait,
bald.
what? What a proclamation to make
yeah.
on the I don't get it pod.
In
Does he
two-
have hair plugs?
In 2 years, he's
No, he got hair plugs, Lauren.
Bruce Willis.
I'm pretty sure
No,
he got hair
no,
plugs.
he
What?
fucking didn't. I'm sending y'all. Actually, I don't even know where I can find this.
I thought he already got hair plugs, Lauren. Are you sure?
Are you guys kidding me?
His recession cul-de-sacs go back to the back of
Lauren,
his
they
head.
always have. Except for I think it's gotten better.
It's getting really bad.
Well, I mean, does it matter like when you and I don't have real hair, Lauren?
Yes, it
like
does.
Who are we to judge, you know?
I'm not judging. I'm just saying that, like, to me, the magic of Harry was when he was like rocking a bandana with long hair.
Lauren doesn't like movie star Harry. She wants straight up rock Harry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
What do we think about the whole Olivia Wilde Florence thing?
There is some contradicting evidence out there.
Contradicting evidence? Please inform me on who's on Olivia's side.
Yeah, it's crazy because a lot of people don't. I feel like.
Well, it's like
the perception of Olivia Wilde.
Fired Shia LaBeouf? Was he fired?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like he was fired if she's begging for him back.
Yeah, I don't know.
But then she said that she had to let him go herself. Like, that's what she said. She said, I had to let him go because he was making everyone uncomfortable. But apparently not.
But then calls and says, I'd like to get you back on.
But maybe she let him go after that. She let him go after that, and we just don't know. It's very nebulous.
What is nebulous?
Hazy. Like, it's very cloudy. It's very, like, what's going on behind the scenes?
We don't know anything, but
I know.
We know that Florence Pugh hates Olivia.
Do you think she hates her for personal reasons or for her directing?
I think she didn't. I heard that she just didn't appreciate their relationship on set and how it got in the way of the work. And as someone who's like a serious actor, like that's probably really irritating. If that's true. You know?
Do you know, where did that come from? Was that like speculation?
I think it's speculation. I don't think I've read that like she's said that outwardly.
Right.
Maybe she has. I'd have to check. But
because she texted Shia and said, I feel like we have more problems than just the script.
That's what Florence said?
That's what Florence said to Shia, and then Shia said, call me. And then there was a phone call.
Oh.
And then I think she was like, she's trying to get Harry on board or something. Or I don't know. But that is speculation. That is TikTok speculation.
Do you think she wanted to get Harry on board because she thought that Harry was hot and she wanted to date him?
Quite possibly.
Florence?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
Well, is it true that her and Harry like were hooking up before?
I heard that.
Oh, well, that could cause a huge issue.
But is it
Zach Braff?
Zach Braff? That's why I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah. Oh, I also know one other weird little tidbit that could make this whole thing more nebulous.
Yay, new word of the day.
That so Zach Braff's like best friend is who's Olivia's? Jason Sudeikis.
Oh, really?
So Florence and Zach and Jason Sudeikis were always together.
Wait, I didn't know.
So yes. So now Florence is looking at Olivia probably like in a very bad light because she was painted in a bad light, probably.
That's very important.
So she looks at her like a villain because she's from the other side of the camp.
Okay, all very interesting. Now, on another note, what do we think about Chris?
The Kardashians are coming back next week. I'm just throwing every pop culture thing out there.
Chris Pine's current look.
Oh my God. Everyone,
the memes
first of all,
incredible.
I love Chris Pine, but him and Nick Kroll, I think they got really high for that premiere.
Okay.
Because if you look at other photos, they're literally laughing, like taking pictures, like it looks like they took a weed gummy.
There's this video of Nick Kroll rolling up in his limo, and he's like, videotape. He's like, not Harry. Nope, not Harry. Not Harry. No.
He's so funny.
So amazing.
Because there's lines and lines of girls.
Nick Kroll's low-key sexy.
What do we think about the fact that like Chris Evans can't pull off he can't pull off long hair? Like, what other handsome men can't pull off?
Whoa, I never thought about this.
Cut like Lord Farquaad.
It is Lord Farquaad. Okay.
It's not layered.
Who?
Anyway.
Chris Evans' hair?
Yeah.
But what can we think of any
what
other?
Brought up this conversation?
I'm looking at this picture of the cast, and he looks so ridiculous. And I'm thinking, like, what other handsome men look?
Are you talking about Pine?
Oh,
or
sorry, Chris
Pine.
Pine. My bad.
Wait, I was like so confused for a second.
Chris Pine. Sorry.
Okay, I think Chris Pine can pull off long hair.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't think it looks good.
No. Damn, I'm into it.
Wait,
I like long
do we
hair.
think like how do you think Chris Evans is hot?
Chris Evans?
Pine or
No,
Evans?
now Evans.
No.
I've never thought so either.
A resounding no from the audience.
I never thought so either, and
People die
exactly.
for him, and
Fucking-
I don't get it. See?
Wait, who's married to Blake Lively?
No,
who's
that's
married to Blake Lively?
Ryan
Ryan
Reynolds.
Reynolds.
Also,
They are the same. They are the
yes,
same
two
person.
guys that I don't
those
die
are
for
two
Ryan Reynolds
guys
either.
that guys think are so hot that girls, or at least we, are
Girls
like, nah.
don't. We don't. There are a lot of women that die for Evans.
Definitely a lot that die
Reynolds.
for Evans, and I don't get it at all.
I don't get it
They're like,
either.
oh my god, Captain America! Oh, I'm like,
I think you're a lesbian. If like if you think Chris Pine or Ryan Reynolds is hot, I
Lauren,
think you're a lesbian.
Chris Evans, or Chris
Evans.
Pine. Lauren doesn't think
Okay.
Chris Pine's hot.
Chris Pine's cute.
He's hot.
Chris Pine, Ryan Reynolds, Chris Evans.
Hemsworth is the hottest Chris.
1,000%. 1,000%.
Yeah.
They're like air. I just don't even see these people. They're just like nothing. Unless
Okay,
you're
let's-
Timothée Chalamet, I really am
Yes.
not looking
Oh
at
my
you.
God. Let's talk about Shalamania. First male to be on the cover of British Vogue.
Really?
So
I gotta
yes,
see this.
first man. And
You guys, it's best to watch or listen to our podcast while on the computer or like having your phone in your hand so you can look up everything.
Don't drive and look up.
I
Timothée
feel like
Chalamet.
this is the most low brow, bottom of the barrel podcast we've ever.
This is very good. This is a
You think
very
this
good
is good?
podcast.
You think people want to listen to this? I'm like, this is so trashy. It's so
This is our Wendy Williams podcast. I was telling Lauren the other day, I was like, Wendy Williams is off the air. Who are we going to listen to make fun of celebrities?
us. Andrea said, I'm truly having a great time.
Okay, great.
Okay, so I guess people are resonating with this. If I was listening to us, I'd be like, oh my God, shut the fuck up, guys.
Oh my God, he looks so good on this cover.
Who? Oh,
Okay.
Timothy. Okay, so when Timothy showed up to the Venice Film Festival, I think the film he's in is called Bones and All, and he was wearing that red halter.
Yeah.
People are literally like, Harry could never.
He could never.
And that halter really was, I mean, that was androgynous dressing at its finest.
I saw,
gender
in
bending.
some interview, it was Florence. It was Florence. And she said, if I were to have any stylist, it would be Timothy because he goes out and searches for all of his own clothes and doesn't have a stylist.
Oh.
Oh, that's interesting. I
Yeah.
know that he has a lot of relationships with designers. Like, I think Hader Ackerman, I think that's who he was wearing. Let me double check that
Oh my
because
God,
I'd
this
actually
is
like to
so
know.
cool.
And I think he's worn that at multiple film festivals and
okay.
always looks fire. Let me see,
guys,
Timothy. But anyways, he is like,
I am not a fan of the actual Vogue cover, but I do enjoy the fact that it looks like
Mimi Siku.
No, it does look like Mimi Siku. I was going to say it's a throwback to the 80s and 90s, and it looks like one of those posters that they would have up in hair cuttery.
Hair salons, yes.
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 Oh my God, I miss those posters
Yeah.
at hair salons and at nail salons where it was just like one woman's profile face and like a nail,
Yeah.
you know, like on her cheek, and it was like
and you
long
would
red
stare at
nails.
the entire
would.
time you got your nails done because you didn't have
Yes.
anything else. You just stared at the poster and you
Yeah.
knew every curve of that woman's finger.
Yes.
Confirming that Timothy does have a great relationship with Hader Ackerman, the designer,
perfect.
and that's who dressed him in the red
Okay.
outfit.
Oh, very good.
Can we go back to the cover for a second? So,
Yeah.
it looks exactly like a hair cuttery poster / you remember
Ashley,
No,
just wait,
I have-
sorry, not to interrupt. Ashley's sending photos of everyone we're talking about in our group chat.
Ashley, why
as
did we-
if like I don't know what Timothy Chalamet.
Why did you send us the most generic stock photo of
Why
Timothy
did you text?
Chalamet?
Why did you text Lauren and I a picture of Timothy when we're all talking right here now on Zoom? I'm so confused.
It's not like we have a visual podcast.
That was like the old. That was
You're
the
like a
old
teacher. You're like
lady,
follow along with the
move of mine.
syllabus.
I
This
was-
is who we're discussing.
You guys, I sent that picture to Timothy because I think that's the hottest picture I've seen of him.
Timothy is stunning.
Okay, so-
I'm obsessed
so
with
listen-
He
him.
gave everyone at NYU like chlamydia, and I was talking about that with
Lauren,
my-
you can't just say stuff like that
I'm
on
not
a
just saying
podcast.
it. I'm not just saying it. There is an actual thing that at NYU he gave like everyone chlamydia or gonorrhea. I don't know which one. And I was saying like, hey, to say that you got chlamydia from Timothy Chalamet is kind of a badge of honor.
No, it's not. Get the fuck out of here.
See, he looks.
You must be stopped.
He looks like the guy in a way, Lauren, that you guys as a general population don't know him, so I'm not going to drop names or anything. But he looks like the guy that I shaved my vagina for the first time. Remember, it wasn't specifically for him, but it was the moment that we all had with him that I was like, shit, I can't ever be like caught hairy like in the world again.
What a line. This was the man I first shaved my vagina
I was like, because I was scared. I was like, if he wants to have like an orgy with all of us, like I would have a big bush right now. So
it's disgusting.
Yeah. Anyway,
Ashley, I never thought that you would even
Me neither. And when I had that thought, I was like, I'm going to say this out loud for shock factor. Okay. So, but anyway, I want to go back to the Vogue cover.
It worked.
I love the inside one where he looked exactly like Mimi Siku. Well, Laura and I are referring to Jungle to Jungle with Tim Allen, the kid in it.
Ashley, what year? Ashley, quick, what year did it come out?
I want to say it came out in 1996. Should we?
Okay, let's look it up.
Let's see if she's right. Jungle
I almost
Jungle.
met Tim Allen at D23. I was like, I need to meet Santa Claus, but I didn't stick around.
Jungle to Jungle came out in
1997. Wow, Ashley.
Shit.
Okay.
Good job. Oh my God, I forgot about this movie.
You forgot about Mimi Siku?
Whoa.
Oh my God, don't look at Mimi Siku now.
He looks all right. He just needs long hair again.
Okay.
My answer for everything.
And now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. I'm so excited to talk about therapy. I'm such a loser. I love BetterHelp. I love therapy because I know you guys know this, so many people have started going to therapy that never ever thought that they would have in the last couple of years. Obviously, we know this. The pandemic like opened up a Pandora's box of everyone's trauma and everyone had to like look in the mirror and be alone. But it is so helpful to have someone who you're not close to in your life and be able to talk to them about what you're feeling.
Having a third-party opinion about life issues is very, very nice.
And yeah, it just
your
having
family
a
will
guide.
always have an opinion.
Exactly. And the reason why I love BetterHelp is because therapy is really expensive, which is why I think a lot of people don't do it. But it's a great way to go online and find someone who is affordable and someone who might click with you. They're constantly adding counselors. I really, really love it. And I'm really, really inspired by what BetterHelp is doing.
I really like that it's very easy to like change appointment time because like sometimes you feel stressed out like, oh, I don't like feel like it today, or I want to do it another day. I'm not like feeling like I need any help or whatever. It's just like an online booking thing. Like you can change your appointment time. You can let your therapist know and they're totally chill with it. So it's not like a super structured thing because I don't think therapy should be like a super structured thing. It's kind of like when you feel like you need it or need to talk. So that's probably one of my favorite aspects of BetterHelp. And obviously, going on TikTok for some therapy advice is common these days, but I think you should try a professional with BetterHelp.
Yeah, and you can do that. You can go to a professional problem solver by going to betterhelp.com/getittoday to get 10% off your first month. That is BetterHelp, betterhelp.com/getit.
Naz is going to hate this. Joe Jonas is in another commercial.
Oh.
Wait,
he's in another medical commercial.
No, he's in a tequila commercial.
Not
no,
Botox
Lauren, there was
related.
another medical commercial where it was for LASIK. He was in a LASIK ad on his Instagram, too.
He knows his audience.
He's in a tequila and a LASIK ad and a Botox ad.
Raking in the
He's
dough.
raking it in. He's like, I don't care. I'm trying to provide for my family. Yes, yes, yes. And I do love the fact you're right. It is on brand. Because one, I've always thought of Jared. I just called Jared, LOL. I always thought of him as being having bad eyesight. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he used to wear like big, thick glasses. And whenever he would show up like that, I'd be like, oh my God, so hot. He needs to wear glasses more often.
Because he would squint as fuck.
Then
he was so squinty.
Yeah, I feel like he would always squint when he was looking at things too.
Make this stop faster because
but
we have
the LASIK ad, Lauren, was because like it's on brand, right, Naz? Because like all of us in our early 30s again need to get LASIK now.
Yeah. Very on brand. And we're all drinking
God
tequila.
damn.
Okay, so that's
But
good.
wait,
okay.
He is the quintessential millennial man. That's just what we've been trying to sum up in
Quintessential
so many words or less.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, Lauren,
it.
that was it.
Okay. No, my other one was Naz, do you call your what do you call the place where you lay when you watch TV?
The couch.
Couch, not sofa.
No,
I never say sofa, but I kind of like sofa better. Do you guys say sofa?
No,
I have only said couch, but my theory is if you have that thing, a couch, and you call it a sofa, that means you're you don't let your dog get on it. You like a dog, like if you had a dog, you wouldn't let them on the quote sofa because you're an asshole, you know?
Whoa, I think opposite.
You think opposite?
I think sofa to me is lower on the totem pole.
Oh, I thought
so you would allow. To me, a couch is nicer than a sofa mentally in my head, not in real life.
Lauren, I wonder
so
if there's any distinction.
I would think more people would be okay with a dog being on a sofa than being on their couch.
that's so weird because when I think of a sofa, I think the couch is in the family room and the sofa is in the formal living room.
What is the difference between a couch?
Yeah, what is
and
the
a
difference?
sofa?
I don't think there
Anyway,
is.
God, Lauren, you always have the best. I don't
know,
get it,
Lauren. Why do you downplay your I don't get it? They're always so good. And Joe Jonas, it's not tequila, Lauren. It's my favorite.
Oh God, back to Joe Jonas.
Lauren, it's Oza.
We can't escape.
It's Oza, and it's fizzy sangria that he's promoting. And
Are
if
you
you guys
sure?
don't know what Oza is, they're basically like mimosas in a can. They sent me a ton, and I'm not a paid spokesperson like Joe, but I try to spread the Oza word because it's amazing.
I'm double checking because I think
No,
it's
Lauren,
fucking
he
tequila.
linked it in his bio.
Oh, is there
All right.
tequila?
All right, guys.
though?
No,
Okay, sorry.
Save it for people who care about
Okay,
Joe Jonas.
okay.
This much. Okay, the difference between
Yeah, what's the difference?
sofa.
Back to the hard hitting stuff here. What's the difference between the sofa and a couch?
Okay, there's two different things I want to read. The first thing that came up was technically sofa is the right word or not, and couch is just the alternate word for sofa. Both couch and sofa refer to an upholstered piece of furniture where two or more people can sit. Sofa accommodates 3 or more people, while couch has a seating capacity of 2 to 3. I like this one better. The term couch is believed to have come from the French word couche, which is, I think that's how you pronounce it, which is used to describe, quote, a piece of furniture with no arms used for lying. On the other hand, Merriam-Webster defines a sofa as a long upholstered seat, usually with arms and a back, and often convertible into a bed. So my couch doesn't have arms, it does have a back, but it doesn't have arms. So I think I have a
You
couch.
usually say a pull-out sofa.
Pull-out
I feel
sofa.
like pull-out
You
sofa-
do a bet. What is it? Is it a pull-out sofa?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not a pull-out
Pull-out
couch.
couch.
Oh, no,
Sofa.
Lauren. Pull-out couch. It's a pull-out couch.
But I think in the store it would say sofa,
Pull-out
but we
sofa?
say
Wait, you're right. According to apartment therapy, you were right, Lauren. Sofa is actually like fancier.
Okay, that's what I think.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
I do declare.
Anyway,
Okay, I actually have I wanted to ask you guys a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, have you guys ever been friends with someone that you had a crush on?
Yeah, it's called My Husband.
No, but like
Like a girl?
actually friends.
Lauren
and
goes,
not,
a girl?
like not actually friends and not vying deep down. Like there's no manipulative sort of like maybe one day they'll change their mind sort of sentiment. Like you have a crush on someone, they're like, I would like to be friends, and then you genuinely just try and be friends with them. Is that possible? And have you ever done that?
I would go with it's probably not possible just because if one person wants to hook up with another person, it's just always going to be back of your head. I don't know if it works.
I've never been friends with somebody.
I think maybe in high school, like where you have like that in-class flirting, but I don't have like a real life situation.
There's such a difference between like the friend that you flirt with versus a friend you have a crush on. Because I definitely had friends that I would flirt with in high school.
But that you weren't wanting to be
I didn't
with.
like really want to be with them, but I was like, look, I got Spanish. I can like talk to the kid and like giggle and smile at him, but not like I didn't really want to make out with him really.
Yeah.
So funny. I'm curious. Do you guys have straight hetero male friends.
Yeah, but only
Not
through
really.
couple friends. Do you know what I mean? Like Kenny. Like I would have Kenny come over, and like it would be weird if I.
Do you have your own?
No.
Do you have your own straight hetero male friend outside of like someone that
Coupledoms?
was friends with Jared?
Well, I was like, there's like Jay Gandy, but Jay Gandy is now dating Sierra. So
Right, but that's a good example.
I feel like Jay and Jared, my friend
your
Jared.
friend Jared. Yeah, friend Jared.
He was just a friend.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But you guys aren't like as close with them now, right?
Not now. Like I wouldn't like invite him over to like watch a movie or something.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would say as you get older and you are like with in a serious relationship, then it would be a little bit more odd for you to hang out solo. I'd say like with Jay Gandy, like Jared probably met him before Sierra and him are back together, but it's not like I would. Yeah, no, I don't know. It definitely wouldn't be like you would have like close friendships. I don't think.
Yeah, I'm at this funny age where I'm 32, I'm single, and I want straight male friends in LA.
It's a difficult thing because they want to have sex with you.
No, you think? I don't think
Every
so.
guy wants to have sex with you.
That's what Lauren always thinks, and I don't
think that.
Well,
I don't
also
think that.
look at my friends from The Bachelor. Like I would like the Bachelor producers. Like I would consider Todd a really close straight guy friend, but he's also married, and like our relationship has always been.
Ashley, if you and Todd were both single and you invited him over and you put a move on him, he wouldn't say no.
Yeah, that's true.
They won't say no, thank you.
Yeah,
Except for
I guess
Jared.
what I'm
Jared said no
I
thank
really-
you to me all the time.
I think people do say nothing. I'm struggling because I feel like there's something about having guy friends where like, I don't know, let's say I wanted to start like a bonfire. Let's say I wanted to do a bonfire end of summer thing. I'm like, oh, I need like straight guy friends to do this. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, a lot of my friends are now in relationships and I have no interest in them, but it's not really appropriate for me to ask them to hang.
Now I'm going down my list,
Yeah.
and I just think it's like a total. I think it's random. I think every relationship is different because what about like Ben Higgins and Nick Viall? Like I used to hang out with them all the time. We were both single, and it would be like, and they would actually say like, "No, thank you." If somebody
that's what
made
I'm saying,
a move
Ashley.
on me.
That's what I mean,
If I
Lauren.
made
It's
a
like
move.
it's true.
Yeah.
You can have like guy friends that don't, and I really want that.
That is
They have to
very
be so
specific relationship.
It's so hard to
the
find.
relationship has to start somewhere of very neutral, like ish territory too. Like you have to like
Right, where it's like we all met on Bachelor.
Yeah.
Like obviously I have all the Bachelor guys too, but it's like I'm not going to ask Nick to hang out with me alone. Okay, yeah. Anyways, I was just wondering and for anyone listening, I'm wondering if you ever had a crush on someone and then just decided you wanted to be their friend, or they decided they just want to be friends, and if you were able to be friends.
see
with them.
you always want to take the relationship to like, oh, it didn't work out, let's be friends. Like you go on dates with people and you're like, I think it's best that we're just be friends. I'm like, that's sweet of you to say, Naz, but do you really think that you're going to be friends with them? I think you think it's possible, but I think like if you started out dating, definitely not. But I think overall it is a case by case situation.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, it's definitely case by case.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Listen to our chat. I said
Our
chats.
You mean our Tom Brady press
I'm
conference?
so sorry. I'm so sorry. You guys, I hope that if you're not into the Tom and Giselle stuff, that you just fast forwarded through that. And until next time, sending you all our love. Goodbye.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram at Naz Perez and on TikTok at Naz Perez with an extra Z.
Perfect.
Sleeping. Bye.
Love it.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't get it.
Podcast.